Coronation Street spoilers, Max rats Griff, Jacob attacked by Damon. It's a dramatic week on Coronation Street next week, filled with confrontations, a beating and a potential hostage crisis. Read on for full spoilers for the 8th to the 13th of January, 2023. The police quiz Max about his involvement with Griff, but ultimately release him without charge. However, after being set free, Max finds that Gail is refusing to support him. Later on, a horrified Max comes face to face with Griff, and the atmosphere soon turns threatening. Thankfully, David arrives on the scene, only for a fight to break out between him and Griff. Read more, next week on Emmerdale. Read more, next week on EastEnders. Corrie isn't yet revealing whether Griff is brought to justice, but in the aftermath, Lauren will be seen telling Max that she's going to stay with her mum in Devon and suggests he accompany her. But what will Max ultimately decide to do? Jacob goes full-time at the bistro, where he's told by Damon that a fruit and veg supplier by the name of Dan will come calling with a packet containing drugs hidden in a crate of olive oil. The trouble is that the drugs delivery coincides with a party of police officers arriving for a retirement at the bistro with their sniffer dogs in tow. And soon enough the hounds are barking around the incriminatory crates. It's a mess-up that results in Jacob being given a beating by Damon, who insists that he disappear for good. Jacob then informs Nick that Damon is smuggling drugs through the restaurant, and that he has no choice but to leave as Amy's life will be in danger otherwise. Hearing Amy enter the flat, Jacob then pretends he's on the phone dealing drugs. But will a horrified Amy come to the conclusion that he's up to his old tricks? Suspicions are mounting about Mike, who Leanne recognizes as the drunken guy who recently tried to flirt with her at the bistro. She then tells a concerned Billy, who feels that Summer ought to know the truth. Concerns about Mike then intensify when Todd lets Summer know that he's been contacted by Arthur, a member of the congregation at Mike and Esther's old church, who claims she had an affair with Mike. Deciding to confront the issue head-on, Summer pays a visit to Esther and Mike's, but quickly finds herself in danger when Mike locks her in the nursery without her bag, which contains both her phone and insulin. Daisy sets her sights on a wedding venue way out of her budget and is thrilled to be told she can get a half-price deal on the second Monday of May. Her next job is to bag the services of a top DJ who she meets at an event at a local hotel. But after a spot of flirting, he puts her number into his phone and posts pictures of them together online. By Friday, an oblivious Daniel will be seen telling Daisy that he's managed to book time off for the nuptials. But when Daisy receives a bouquet of flowers from the DJ, she conceals the card and hands the flowers to Daniel, making out that she bought them for him. After Maria reopens the Peace Festival, she's approached by Councillor Len Cameron, who tells her he's organized a TV interview to talk about the attack. Maria, David, Toya and Spider then listen as Len comments to a reporter that open-door policies are clearly not working. But a raging Maria interrupts and insists on camera that the community has never been more united. When, on Friday, Maria then finds out that the council has given the go-ahead for a new refugee center, she's overjoyed, and Gary does his best to be pleased for her. Dee Dee presents Ally with a care package to help her get over her recent ordeal and asks her to return to the solicitors as she's struggling. Touched by the gift and Dee Dee's words, Ally admits that she'd love to come back. After the night in the classroom with her compatriots, Gemma issues Mrs. York with an ultimatum: either she introduces PSL to the curriculum or they'll report her to the police for kidnapping. Later on, the group is seen in the cafe celebrating their victory, but Michael reveals that he's due at a business meeting and has no one to babysit Glory. Bernie then offers Gemma's services for a fee of £40. Watch: Bob Dylan shares love for Coronation Street.